Information security is intimidating, and as a result, many people or companies take the path of avoidance or complacency. It can be a journey, oftentimes without a true destination, and the hardest part on any journey is the start. My name is Mallory Randall, and I'm the Director of Marketing here at Interlaced.io. Joining me today is Zachary Scherf, our Director of Cybersecurity. This is part 2 of a 4-part series on cybersecurity. Today, Zach and I want to take it back to the basics around what it takes to build an information security program, or as they are more commonly referred to as InfoSec programs. So Zach, when it comes to building an InfoSec program, where do you even start?
Well, Mallory, as Simon Sinek said, start with why. Why do you want to build an InfoSec program? Is it because you fear the results of not having one? Are partners asking you for it? Do you want to grow your business, or do you want to protect what you've already built? Do you want to be an industry leader, or do you want to just make sure you're preparing for the modern business landscape? All of these are good answers, but until you understand why you're building the program, you can't start. After you know why, you would move on to how. I say this because without knowing why, you can't know how. The how is different for every business, but I can tell you one thing remains the same regardless of your why. The first rule of how you build an InfoSec program is understanding that you cannot secure what you do not know. Many organizations miss this step and jump right into buying products based on buzzwords or because they think that they need it, and they end up with what equates to be an extraordinarily expensive set of locks, keys, and alarms that are securing little to nothing.
So how do you know what you have to secure?
You find out. An asset inventory is a great place to start. An asset inventory isn't a list of computers or depreciating purchases as you may understand it to be today. As per ISO 27001, which is a set and agreed to international standard, it is any valuable location within an organization's systems where information of value is stored, processed, or accessible. Most companies would agree that people are assets, I would hope, often the most valuable assets to their organization. Many companies would agree that vendors, services, facilities, and especially information are all valuable assets, critical to the success of their business. So why aren't they considering these assets when building an InfoSec program? The understanding of what an asset is key to understanding how to secure it. And that's all that security is, securing assets. Information security is securing informational assets. But ultimately, you cannot secure just informational assets without understanding all of the different business assets and how they interact. From that point, I don't want to say it's easy, but the journey is at least clear. Understand your assets first, investigate their vulnerabilities and the threats facing them, and finally use all of this information to understand and calculate your risk.
So as a business owner, I've taken inventory of all of my assets, and now I have an understanding of the vulnerabilities and threats facing them.
Okay.
What do I do next?
Now we have to objectively look at risk and make a simple business case. If I don't reduce this risk now, here's what it will cost me later. And if it's more expensive to reduce the risk facing the asset than the asset is worth, you just don't do it. Some risks are avoidable, some are acceptable, some you need to make sure you're investing enough in now to avoid a bigger business impact in the future.
So there you have it. Your guide to creating your own information security program in 5 minutes. This video is part 2 of a 4-part series that we'll be rolling out each week in October. So make sure to subscribe to our channel below so you can see more videos like these. To learn more about how our people-centered IT experts at Interlaced can give you supreme cyber confidence, visit interlaced.io/contact. See you next time.